friends, Warhammer fans, and all who love fantasy, lend me your ears. What we have right now is Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord the Old Realms. Well, the Old Realms, which has been recently updated with a significant update to armor, weapons, cities, etc. And what I've seen right now is absolutely fantastic. And this is a mod I have been intending to cover for a very long time. The reason I bought Bannerlord in early access was for this reason. I brought it not to play too much of the vanilla. I probably played around 10 hours of it. But then after that, I left it for maybe 3-4 years because I watched channels like Jackie Fish and Resonant as they gave updates on this fantastic mod. And this shows the scale and level of what modding can do as a whole, especially in Bannerlord. And right now, I'm not regretting a single moment when I purchased this the first time it came into early access. I brought it for the mods, and this is the result of me waiting. Now, of course, I would like to see more variation within future updates of replacing these Empire generic style cities into more unique cities that you would see, for example, in Total War Warhammer. I would like to see Vampire Count cities being a bit more different than, as you can obviously see here right now, compared to an Empire one. I like to see the cities of Nuln and Aldorf to be completely different. I mean, sure, they will retain most of the same assets, but they'll be having their own unique look and identity. And that's really awesome. But of course, you've got new weapons, new armors, new soldiers. You can recruit regiments of renown. You know, you can do spells. You can play as a wizard. You can do lots of things, even within the limited scope that this mod has right now, in terms of just of the, you know, factions and so. Like you'd have the doors, you'd have this. They will come in future updates. When I mean limited, I mean you have the Empire of Men and Vampire Counts. There's still a lot more features to be added in, but the way Bannerlord works is that, you know, you just start from nothing and you become this king, you become this emperor, you become this warlord. And the way Bannerlord's mechanics work, when you recruit, let's say, a couple of mercenaries, etc., it just gels really well. And as you can see, we also have taverns. Taverns have their own unique look and identity and feel, which looks absolutely great. I do think that they could have more variation within the taverns. Let's say Tavern 1 is different from Tavern 2 in terms of just different outlooks, different variations. That's what I want to see more of in future updates. What we have right now is absolutely excellent. I mean, when I was playing this, I was thinking, wow, imagine what an open world Warhammer game would look like if you just had this type of graphics. But let's say if Ubisoft was making it. No, I'm kidding, of course. But an open world Warhammer game would look absolutely epic with this type of scale, with this type of, this is I don't know how to say it, but this is exactly what you would expect, like a big open world, lots of quests, and questing is the main part of this mod. Well, of the majority Bannerlord mods that are out there, you are questing a lot, and the quests are actually decent, really good. Like for a standard beginner, like if you just start at, even if you don't know much about the world and you go ahead and play, it looks absolutely epic and brilliant. And the quests are really well written. And of course, we have the cities of Nuln, Averheim, Aldorf, whatever you want to call it. And they look really amazing. Of course, let's see what happens. And really, this game excels when it's nighttime. Because the entire city, everything about it looks so awesome at nighttime. I really recommend you should really play at nighttime. You can go around the city, see people sleeping, doing whatever. It just reminded me of Age of Empires. Like, when you play Age of Empires, the 2, and you get this menu screen, it exactly reminded me of that. There is a lot of detail that is packed into every single ounce of this mod. I was watching a video where it was talking about The Witcher 3, and that particular YouTuber, can't remember his name right now, but I will definitely get it. I'll put it in the description box down below. And he talks about worlds and open worlds, right? That, say for example, Origins. Origins was a great game, but it was very copy-pasted. Pretty much, there was no area that was unique enough. In some areas were unique, but not enough. Whereas when you went to any part of the Witcher world, say from the villages to the, let's say, cities, they absolutely differed. There's a big contrast before you go to Novigrad and then you go to Skele, right? And this is what you're getting in terms of this mod. You know, the cities and the villages are completely different. Like a Sylvanian village will be different from, let's say, an Empire village. But there will be some similarities, right? And that's what we're getting. And you go to the taverns, you go to anywhere. Detail is packed into this. Detail is everywhere. So, I think the main argument that he was making was, you know, that an open world shouldn't be an open world just for the sake of it, right? A world shouldn't be big for the sake of being big. A world has to be dense. A world has to be immersive. A world has to make you go into it, right? Now, if I say, for example, if the entire Warhammer world, the Old Realms mod team started to say, let's go and expand all the way to, you know, let's do Immortal Empires. That's going to take forever. You know how it's going to take forever? Just look at Skyrim. The modders that are creating, I can't remember the mod, but they're creating Beyond Skyrim. I believe it's that one, and it is taking them a very, very, very long time, you know, to recreate all of Tamriel. You know, that's like an entire mod team together. They can't do that in this mod, I think, and therefore they're sticking to the old world, and maybe they might do spin-offs, or who knows how they will expand into the rest of the new world in the future. That is if, you know. But that's what I like, and that's the argument I will say I'll probably put here. That a smaller, denser world is fantastic because it allows stories to be recreated. It allows you to get immersed. And plus, when you fight the battles feel really good, and plus you should play with photo mode, because photo mode with this makes it for some really awesome thumbnails or screenshots or whatever. But it does some really fantastic work, and I love the Chaos portals. I really wish there was more magical maps and stuff like that. And I do wish that, yes, I understand that Warhammer Fantasy is all about the realism, but sometimes I just wanted some maps to be a bit fantasy. Because it is fantasy at the end of the day, but it is historical fantasy with a lot of realism applied to it. But as you can see here, this looks absolutely awesome. And I was just playing this and I didn't care. I just wanted to go to Chaos portals. And yeah, a bunch of Chaos Knights just came in and they just they wrecked me. But such was the fate of my bright wizard apprentice, who thought, well, basically he thought that he could become the Emperor of Sigma, or the Emperor of Galmaz, or whatever you want to call it, and he figured out the mega secret how to get into this Chaos Realms. He managed to get into it. He managed to sneak into the portal. But then he found the Chaos Knights were just not listening to him. And yes, he was, as you can see, obviously crushed. Of course, the Chaos Knights don't care. What are they? They are the servants of chaos. Oh, and as a Vampire Lord, I discovered I can jump around a lot, which is really fantastic. And I cannot wait to see what animations they're going to bring with monsters, with, you know, there is so much potential packed into this mod that what we have right now is amazing, what's going to come is amazing, and what is going to be in the world or the future is going to be absolutely amazing. So you need to get this mod, you need to download it now. Any problems, go ahead and report in the Discord. The modders will be glad of it. So don't forget to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe. I shall see you on the next video. See ya.